Yes, trying something new today. Hope you are all doing well. Just thought I could try and make kind of piano vlog-ish thingy. Just so I have something to do. And I'm extremely uncomfortable in front of the camera and I hate hearing my own voice. And English is not my primary language, as I'm sure you can notice. But I hope you bear with me. And just so you know, I'm not a professional or even, accomplished in any way whatsoever. I'm pretty much self-taught and trying to get better at sight reading. Right now I'm kind of at the level where I'm, sight spelling. So I have to, count between the lines so I can figure out where I'm gonna go. Like, okay, I know that's a C, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I have to go like that, okay? So it takes me forever to learn pieces. So I memorize them, but after I have learned it, the scores are pretty much useless. So a little bit about my background, or my journey towards where I am now. I have played keyboard instruments since I was, this big. Can you see that? That big. 4 or 5 years or something. And then it was just playing the organ, a company organ. And that was pretty much it. Just playing stuff like that. Of course, everybody has to start somewhere. And when I started to take it more seriously, my father, who is also a great keyboardist, learned me some chords, so I can play stuff like that, that sort of thing. And I never evolved into using my left hand actively, nothing like that, it was just chords all the way. That was all. So when I played stuff like, Frank Sinatra's My Way, it was like this. So it was nothing like that, And I never played it on the piano. I always played it on organ. So if I had some kind of organ sounds, I'm sure you can... never mind. And then around the age of 12, 13, I dropped it completely. I never played again after that until I was, I think I was 17. And I just started to learn something. Learn stuff by ear. That's all I did. I only learned it by ear. Unless my father had some kind of score, with the chords and everything. And I learned it that way, because, I knew where the F is and the C chord and the G and stuff like that. So I could read that. That was easy enough. But I had to know the melody before going in, because I could not read the notes at all. So after 17, then I didn't play anything for, I guess, a year or something. And then when I was 19, I started listening to a lot of music from a PlayStation game called Final Fantasy. I'm sure some of you know what it is. And I really got into listening to the piano arrangements of those songs, and I thought they were beautiful. And it kind of forced me to learn how to play piano properly. So started with this. And for me it was extremely complicated, you know, just trying to understand what was in the score. So that piece was, if I can remember it, it was like just playing this with the left hand was unusual for me, and then and using the pedal as well, that was new to me, that was new for me. So, you know, it's kind of like chords, it's not playing in the left hand yet, and where does it go from there? Oh, it's been too long. Whatever. But then later in the piece it gets more advanced, then you go kind of a figure like that. So, you know, going from playing stuff like that into was a pretty big leap for me. And then later in the piece, okay, I'm babbling, I know, I don't care. It goes into octaves on in the right hand. I still can't play it. So all these big leaps, it was all new for me. And let's see if I can remember more. No, I can't remember anything else. Well, so it was that. I learned that piece, and I said to myself before I started that if I can learn this by myself, I will start taking lessons. So my father knew this guy from work who was a piano teacher, and I got in with him. And I learned a lot in those few months. I kept at it, but unfortunately, other things in my life were happening, and I dropped out. I quit playing, and I don't think I played after that as well for several years, but I never learned anything new. It was just playing the same old things that I've been playing for the last couple of years. Up until 4 years ago, actually. And then my wife at the time started taking piano lessons, and she played classical piano music. And I have never been into that. But I haven't ever given it a fair chance, actually. So then I got into it. Not playing, but listening. Really liking what I heard. And I think it was in January of 2018 I said to myself, I love this music, I want to learn it, and I have to get moving. You know, almost turning 40 years old, it was about time to do something with it. So I said to myself, again, that if I could learn Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata, third movement, yeah, I was aiming high. If I could learn that by myself, you know, within a year and getting it up to a decent performance, then I would start taking lessons again. And sure enough, I managed to do it. I couldn't believe it. So then I started taking lessons again. And that's been, yeah, 1.5 years now-ish. And I haven't quit. After starting to take the lessons, I started with a new Beethoven piece. I got really into Beethoven and all his piano sonatas. I think I've listened to them all day, back to back, back to back. And my new favorite piece was what's the number? It's number 17, I think it is. It's Opus 31, number 2, The Tempest, and especially the third movement. I really liked, you know, this, and I started to learn that as well. That was also by myself before taking up the teacher. And so on. And I managed to learn at least the first 2 pages on my own, and then we picked it up with my teacher. Never finished it, unfortunately. I pretty much stopped where I got to. It doesn't really matter. But I also wanted to learn the first movement of the Tempest Sonata in. So I started learning that by myself as well. During the year I was also learning the Moonlight Sonata, just, you know, to have some variation. And I always mess up. almost a year ago, I changed piano teacher, basically just because it was too expensive to keep the guy I had. So I got a new one, and I've stayed with him since then, so it's been 10 months now. And we have a really good chemistry, and I'm learning a lot from him. So, after starting with my new teacher, I actually completed the first movement, like a month ago or something like that. Like I said, I'm a slow learner, extremely. And I absolutely realized that I have to get better at sight reading, but I just don't have the patience. It's so boring, you know? So I like to just learn new pieces, develop my technique, which is kind of lackluster to begin with, but I'm aiming high. I'm no ambitions of getting, you know, being professional or anything, but I love playing, I love listening to it, and I can't think of a better way to waste my time. And I thought that in my next episode I will start my journey on a new piece. And I talked with my teacher about it, and he has confidence in me, but he says it's gonna take a long time. And I've also told him, yeah, I pretty much put aside 2 years to do this, at least, because this is a challenge. Yeah, I'm that crazy. Hungarian Rhapsody number 2, Franz Liszt, yeah. I mean, this piece, I get scared just looking at it. But damn it, I'm gonna do it. I don't care. So that's next episode. I will not start that today. Just thought maybe I could give you some examples of other stuff I like to play. And I'm really bad at finishing stuff, you know. I start something and then I just leave it, and I keep going back to that same part over and over and over, but I never go further. Almost never. Because I get bored with the pieces. And I like to play a lot of things by ear, you know, just for fun, just to see and hear and listen, you know. Can I do anything like that? So, and I really fell in love with the Campanella this a year ago or something. So, you know, okay, how does it do that? How can you play that? That's easy enough, you know, but when that, I haven't checked the score or anything, but just, you know, trying the technique. Is it possible? Can I do it? Can I learn this sometime in the future? And I think I can, maybe. But at least that technique with the jumps here, that's okay. But, you know, it gets 10,000 times more complex later in the piece, but... Yeah. I mean, I'm not far off, I think. And then you get that. And blah blah blah, but... And I think the left hand is something like that, but... But yeah, then I'm lost. Yeah, so I will not be picking up that for a long time. I think I have plenty enough to do with the Rhapsody. So, well, other things I've been playing yeah, like I said, what really got me into piano playing was the Final Fantasy game series. So a lot of music from that one. But I haven't been playing it for a long time. Ugh. Oh, I've forgotten it. Nope. Nah. Ah, yeah, it doesn't really matter, does it? No. And I started learning another from Final Fantasy also. That was kind of crazy also, if I can remember it. Whoa, that's pretty. Yeah, that was 20 years ago. My god, I'm getting old. So no time to waste. What else do we have? Yeah, as you probably noticed already, these vlogs will be kind of, you know, all over the place. At least this first one, when I'm not working on something specific. Just me rambling and playing something and blah blah blah, I don't know. And I hate... Fortunately, I'm not seeing myself right now, but I can hear my voice and I'm not a fan. Yeah, and I also started learning, that's also a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, you know, the first movement of the Moonlight Sonata. If I can, I haven't played it in a while now. Yeah, I'm struggling with that pinky. And I find it really hard to memorize this piece, because, you know, it's so slow, my brain has time to think, so it's not an autopilot. Ah, that's not so pretty, no, forget that. I can give you a little taste of the third movement, although you can find the whole thing on my YouTube channel. I would also really like to learn some Bach. I started a piece, but I don't remember anything about it, I think. This one. Is it like that? No. And is that it? Oh my god. And like I said, I like to play a lot just by ear. Songs I like, also something from Final Fantasy. I don't know if I remember it, but this is just improvising in the left hand, you know? So that kind of playing in the left hand I use on a lot of things. Like I'm a sucker for romantic stuff. So you know, like oh, how does it go? You know. So, you know, just playing for fun. Yeah, so as you can see, I'm not really good, but I try, and I like having goals to work against, and this bastard is gonna kill me. But I'd worse things to die from, I guess. I think I'll leave it with that, and hopefully in a couple of days or something I'll see you again. Start working on this one. Yeah, you see it already? Nope. There we go. And we're back at that one. Yeah, that's pretty much as far as I've gone. So, until next time. See you.